it's like things went really bad or sour for actually some people to create basically excuses which are basically abnormal. Uh, Back, it's not. I don't know who are actually these individuals. I know that the one at number 8 is deranged. He is not linked to any army in the United Kingdom. He is not a member of the Navy. Apparently, to my best estimate, he has a brother who has a contact with security officials near the presidency, and that's their all statement. They keep on behaving not as children, but in a schizophrenic fashion. I mean it like in a schizophrenic fashion. They keep on having a certain type. I don't know if I should call it craziness. It's not even bad humor. It's just crap. They display for somehow it's like I I I keep on being like how to say gallant. Sometimes I enter the house and I see inside of the house that there is like inside of the house or there is like new things. Uh, as well as some individuals simply saying or quoting clean your shit. For these individuals, it's not like they're in the United States, but like clean your shit like in order like to do things, or they have like some sort of army contracts or something like that, and these are actually the people that I won't say that they are like hired by like they're not like hired by like CIA or NSA or something like that, but like equivalency of that in respective countries, and those are people who actually go outside to the world and they view things, and it's like I listed clearly who are the individuals, what is my type of work. I wrote it in an A4 paper. I visit all the legal entities and they behave in a childish fashion. I go there and I say, okay, this, and they say something else. Uh, they somehow mirror, I think, the behavior of the German chancellery. I think they mirror their behavior. It's like I meet with them. The events that has happened on the 9th of May 7th, 2019 included theft and way more by security officials. It's like trying actually to move forward with an entity and people simply dragging it down illegally through theft, and as well as a lot more. When I go inside there like children who basically, I kept on saying it in the past and still now, causing an international conflict, a diplomatic incident, as well as a way more. When I go and say it's not a topic, it's not something serious for these individuals. It's like they are zombies. There's nothing serious about this, it's a craziness behavior. I go to the postal services. Today I collected something. The man, I think, who had the postal services in here, deliberately messes up with diplomatic courier, things coming from the embassy, as well as a lot more. Apparently, they do this as a cover, like it's a military investigation. And I went there and I explained them, and I said I visited Tunis, and this is what the diplomatic staff in Tunisia, in a country where they excel in the psychology and biology things. That's why the people outside look so horrible. These people actually they take like the uniform as a way to they take the uniform as a way to not judge, but as a way to how to say this clearly, as a way to yes, as a way to assault other people with no legal cover. And it's like there is always someone this, and there's no sort of seriousness. It's like I understand this. I understand maybe a biological stuff behaving like a child or like a thug. Maybe they have some sort of yes. Maybe they get some sort of drop in things coming out from their brain or something like that. It's just crazy things. However, they get it. So I picked up my shirt. If someone can explain to me how this has happened, I'll be glad of that. I go outside and I meet someone with a childish behavior. Uh, Apparently, the schizophrenia didn't improve. They have like a child behavior. And as a way, I thought that maybe there is something wrong with yes, it's like there's some sort of a chemical component that I can resist and these people cannot resist. Maybe I eat healthy. I don't eat food which is bad. I know how to select my food. I have certain type of food that I don't change at all. However, there are like I said in the past, like individuals filled with envy, jealousy, as well as a lot more. It's like resolving a problem worldwide or in a continent, meaning the European continent, through legal courts. I go outside. You know what the neighbor has said to me? Is like there's like some sort of ban on you not to enter the Schengen area like for 2 years or 5 years, something like that. I go and I look at my LinkedIn. Uh, you need to get fired. You need to fire a lot of people. And I said the seriousness and I said the danger. These people are simply like not serious in their behavior. If I can, if I can speak clearly, if like people steal money, they drive it away to Morocco and they invest in there. Maybe you should drown in debt, debt meaning DEBT, in debt, drown in debt those individuals or those area in that country. Uh, I came in here, okay, I have like all these plans. I visit the embassy one after another. Everyone behave like a child. And we are like in the 22nd of September 2019. 3 days ago, I was in the Justice Palace in Algiers. I think maybe there should be like some sort of way to speak to a high level person. That was on the 19th of September. And I go outside and I meet such individuals who behave in criminal fashion. It's no longer childishness. It's people. I do say it like it's people with mental issues, but it's really aggravated that these people dare to directly attack probably a defense minister, a governmental body, a high level governmental body. Uh, they displayed bigotry, racism, discrimination, Nazism, manipulation of the postal services, and there's a guy here who needed to commit theft, and he basically is like one I said is like I have like I have something to pick up from the U.S. Navy. It means that you endangered the status of yourself or of the country where you are originated from in the eyes of the international community. This is what it means. I see videos from high level individuals. Okay, all of that is great. I focus on my work, but these people have some sort of a schizophrenia of a conspiracy theory things. They see too much shit. That's a mosquito. They see too much things, and they have unfortunately replicated all of that in the real life. Meaning jailing individuals, taking them to a certain location, seizing their passports. All of this has happened in this region, and they think like it's a way of showcasing revenge because they told them they are not smart. I'm seeing like videos in here. It's like people build innovative cars from start. You know, meaning like innovative cars from the start. It's like can you put like a mechanical scheme? Can you have like a football strategy or technique that it is displayed that won championships or won cups or won tournaments? Is there like a way? Yes. And then I meet people outside. They spend too much time on the gym and they take no vitamins. They take no vitamins at all. Their brain is like yes, and I don't know if they display just in front of me or it's with everyone. And okay. It's like I went to like I had like some sort of like an internship one day as an intern, and it's like they keep on displaying like I don't know how to describe this. All of this is like to me it's unreal that these people exist. They get a paycheck for doing like for behaving in a way that involves economical sustainability with little advancement. Maybe I'm not that type of person. I'm involved like with sustainability on a larger scale. And for me, the money can come like come like into an entity if there is no breach of law. It's like opening opening like butchery or like a meat shop, hoping that it's not taken away by dirty cop. Hoping it's not taken away by dirty cop. Yes. And then there's like these individuals. What do? It's like a 25-ish cop or 30-ish cop. He used like his uniform and his gun. He's getting paid by someone to actually go and it's not like that policy is like a policy of taking the property away from a person, then going to the legal entities, they do the same, and those legal entities agree all with them, and it keeps on that. And it's like those individuals, they put us like in their mind, they have like a stereotype which is like of the 18th century, that these individuals have no knowledge of the law, that these individuals have no knowledge of civilization, that these individuals have no knowledge of science, have no knowledge of this, and that's a lot more. Have no knowledge of social values, have no knowledge of economical values, as well as a lot more, as if they still live in the Stone Ages. This is what they have told basically the CIA, the NSA, all those security officers, foreign armies, or European institutions, Brussels, Luxembourg, The Hague, that those individuals have no knowledge of women's rights, have no knowledge of human rights. they display it on videos. Sometimes they make a montage of those videos. And to this day, when I go, what do they say? You know, what do they think? That that there is like a lawyer who is locked up. They do, this is what they think. That I have a lawyer that is locked up. And then what happened through electronic access of property? That person put things into my computer. Then what do? I go outside. I buy the cartridge, which is a dark cartridge. I put it and I press print, and it's printed. They don't think that I wrote it. Initially, they don't think that I wrote it. It's like case theory. They don't think that I wrote it. That's first. Second is like when I make like a sentences of a book, they think that someone from the United States, for instance, or from Canada, or someone who works like in a Google service who is like Indian or Chinese, is writing emails to Celia, to Mrs. Indahl, which is like, yes, and that the videos are like a Photoshop from a photograph who is like a friend of mine, and he's doing like Photoshops of a meeting with that individual, and then they go like into that situation that I also fake passports, and that I have like faked my way to Norway. It's thoughts which are in their brain. It dazzles me, you know. I see like too much like daily shows, Jon Stewart, and that sometimes it makes me laugh, but like being serious in a way. Because sometimes like I had like some sort of a Scottish accent, speaking like clearly in Scottish, they thought it's like it's real. They thought it's like like the Disney movie Brave. They thought it's like fans from those Disney movies who do that, and that it's displayed, and that they do some sort of an audio electronic jamming, and through that jamming it appears that it was someone I speak like in English normally, and that the Scottish person, yes, and then what do? They try to involve me in this situation, like where there's like the Scottish exit from the UK. And it's like those people have been like all around. Sometimes I feel like sorry for my like the people who brought me up, because they have to deal with a lot of obstacles, and then they tell us it's like some sort of a training, while we get acquisition of all your money, of all your checks, and of all your banks. Yeah, those people exist like in real life, and I'm not like trying to make like fun of this, but like it's really like there's like no need to bring like your individuals like, yeah. But then it's like the postal services. It's like according to my it's like I had like some sort of breakthrough of how a brain work, of how a brain work. Thankfully, I'm attached to this brain. But then I have like to remember that these individuals are like extremely useful to the society when like there is like in some sort of like defense, which is required by the Department of the Army. But then in 2017, there must be like a highlight or like an understanding that a lot has went on, and then it's like it's like we have to keep on remaining strong to protect elderly who have achieved a lot in things, because yes, I thought that I will be speaking like about my plan. I thought that I will be speaking about an innovation. I came out from those entities and from those countries. Unfortunately, people were starting actually to put obstacles from the first, then to pay like to assist the postal services like in doing some sort of manipulations. It's not like the Soviets, even like the Soviets don't do this, even like Russian oligarchs don't do this. But like it's like a highly childish behavior like coming from these individuals. And it's been my plan is like the postal services. It's like have the job and like what I have written. A resource review and phase 1, 2, 3, meaning like resource review in order to obtain a data mapping about the resources available, and making a separation on the different postal on the different letters that they get. And then they are also involved like in I said heat recovery, material recycling. Not like if there's like a problematic that a letter or like a trace is missed somehow, they can actually recycle it or find it or recover it or something like that. It's like unbelievable, but all of it is real. I know it's unbelievable, but all of it is real. I had like this motto. It's like I had the chance to hear that people complain about politicians, and I said, why don't I give them a hand? I did that. I cannot be objective in this case. I need an outsider to take a look at all those events and see what went on. And this is the plan. I still have it in here. What do they do? It's like there is a schizophrenic agent which is in a high position, a relatively high position, who put conspiracy theories, his psychopathic thoughts into individuals that are actually extremely peaceful and non-harmful. And they put actually that thought into a lot of manners and a lot of things. And they create like some sort of reality, paperwork, virtual reality, framing and false videos. And what do they do with that? They send it to the government, convincing them to take actions, and those actions basically like to reprehend, to not accommodate, as well as a lot more. I did have knowledge of these individuals in the past and throughout my life. That's why I took like a high defensive actions. Relatively, I have like my bank. I try like to get like as a strong relationship with them as possible. I try like to have an understanding. It's like a friendship or a friend that it's like friendship that you cannot harm. You can counsel, you can hear from them. It's like a friend. And then when I go like to other like parties like Austria or for instance Austria, well, that's family. For all other individuals or for other parties, I really take my role seriously because I've witnessed things that are like actually difficult like to see. Uh, Prior like up to 2017, because we had like 8 years of a Democrat, like from 2008 and 2009 onward, there is like the phase after the economical crash. Sadly, when that happened, I was still a minor. That was 8 years, and during those 8 years, unfortunately, because other people follow the United States trend, meaning like allies, I've seen everything horribly. Everything horribly. I've seen it all. I faced it all, and when I said in here, I said that maybe people like some called like individuals with a huge legal background, someone which is like a genius entrepreneur, and the former NATO leader, and it resumes to those three individuals: Anders Fogh Rasmussen, Mette Frederiksen, and Evelyn Steinberger Khan, or Mr. Steinberger Khan. How do I say this? It's like well, that's my life, that's my career. I'm in a country, I'm not far from the sea or from the water, so I control my surroundings. I know what's going on in there. It's difficult like to say being like in the top 10, but like I've spent like a healthy amount of time, probably all my life or all my career. I sent something the University of Southampton about the Polge wave turbine, or Polge wave their Polge wave thing. That's the first time I noticed that they are like highly smart. They have like this, which means like bringing balance between acquiring energy and the environment, which is really smart. I did added that the way that you acquire that energy could be improved, because the turbine that I proposed is much more efficient than the turbine display. This was in 2012. 2012, I was 21 years old. It's like we're not like living in Yemen or in a tribe. We're living in like a country where like 18 years old is the adult age. In Czech Republic is 29. In Austria is 24. In Slovakia it's 19. In Sweden it's 26. In Norway, I don't know. In Denmark it's probably 16 or 17. I did say all of this. It's like just dumb. It's like just dumbness that people commit some sort of attack, and someone took like some sort of a role. Why? Because I was a victim of postal manipulation, hacking, as well as a PDF Pro situation. And I did all of that. Apparently, some children need to quit their narcissism, discrimination, bigotry, and the authorities need to take to jail all the thieves that they can find.